You know the exact feeling. It's 2 a.m. and your eyes snap open to the glow of the clock, fixed on that one specific dream. You can describe it in detail. You've thought about it more times than you can count, and yet you haven't taken a single step. The standard diagnosis for this gap is usually a list of character flaws, laziness, a lack of discipline, or the idea that you simply don't want it enough. Psychology offers a different explanation. This chronic inaction is a sophisticated defense mechanism, a neurological attempt to protect you rather than a passive failure of will. Your brain is essentially acting as an overprotective bodyguard. It perceives the risks of your ambition as a threat and intentionally triggers paralysis to keep you safe from the dangers of the unknown. Because this struggle is rooted in a survival response, the standard tools of discipline rarely work. Solving the problem requires a look at the hidden biological rewards that keep you standing still. The first barrier is neurochemical. It begins with mental simulation reward, the way your brain processes the act of visualization. When you vividly imagine success, your brain releases real dopamine. It struggles to distinguish between a detailed fantasy and physical achievement. This acts as a pacifier. Because it already received the reward, the physiological drive to perform the actual work plummets. Your imagination is effectively medicating your ambition. The dream provides enough of the feeling of success to make the physical effort of pursuing it seem optional. This stillness also protects your potential identity. As long as you haven't tried, you remain the person who could have done it. Your self-image stays safe, unbroken, and untested. Psychologists call this self-handicapping. We avoid attempting the things we care about most, because failing at something we truly tried for is far more threatening to our sense of self than never trying at all. This creates an identity gap between who you are now and your idealized vision. To bridge this safely, the mind turns to endless preparation. You plan, but the structure only builds upward in a loop. It feels like progress, but never crosses the divide. Staying in the planning phase is comfortable. Actually starting requires you to face the reality that you are not yet the person you intend to become. Inaction is the ego's ultimate preservation strategy. The dream stays perfect precisely because it is never allowed to face the friction of reality. Fear of success is often even more paralyzing than the fear of failing. Real achievement would mean different relationships, new demands, and a level of accountability that your nervous system registers as a threat. It views these changes as a danger to be avoided rather than a goal to be reached. This internal resistance is reinforced by your physical and social environment. Most people are surrounded by spaces and daily routines perfectly calibrated to keep them exactly where they are. Daily willpower is a finite resource. When your environment, from the people you see to the digital feeds you consume, constantly works to maintain the status quo, that willpower is drained before you can ever use it to change. No amount of internal motivation can survive a nervous system and an environment that are both aligned to keep you small. The final obstacle is the expectation of an internal feeling. We wait for a sense of confidence or certainty to arrive before we believe beginning is justified. Evidence from behavioral psychology shows that confidence follows action. It does not precede it. Readiness is generated by the process of starting, not by waiting for a feeling that can only exist on the other side of the work. The paralysis you feel is a byproduct of dopamine loops, ego protection, and environmental friction. These are not character flaws. They are psychological mechanisms. And because they are mechanisms, they can be interrupted. Your dream has survived years of doubt and hesitation. The only thing it has never faced is a genuine first step. That step does not require certainty. It does not require you to feel ready. It only requires the decision that staying still is more painful than the discomfort of movement. Do one small, uncomfortable thing toward your goal today, not when you feel the spark, but now. Subscribe to Mind Decoder for psychology that moves you. Share this with someone who is still waiting to feel ready. Let's keep decoding the human mind together.